harassment grievances here?
We had, well, my favorite is a Parks and Parkways worker. You know the folks who cut all the grass in town? I mean, well, there's Ramelli and then there's the city workers. It's run, Parks and Parkways is run by a very tight disciplinarian manager who is loved by council, everyone on council, because she's so efficient. Well, those workers, you know, are not always treated with the utmost respect, and one worker was accused of stealing $300 out of her boss's purse. And so the field boss called security, and they brought her into a trailer where they have their office and strip searched her. Made her take off all her clothes, look through all of her bags to find the money. Of course, no $300 was found. And then what we found was the worker didn't want to actually file a grievance or a complaint because she wasn't at her 6-month probationary period. And the truth is, your boss can get rid of you because, you know, your eyelashes are too short before 6 months. And so we were able to get one of the supervisors sent home for 2 days unpaid for that. But we weren't, it was very risky. The worker really was afraid, terrified. But luckily she made her probation. So it's that kind of stuff. It's just about power, one-on-one power at the end of the day, you know, and some managers, it is amazing to me how bad some managers can be, and the opportunity to really beat up on people. It's, I don't know, I'm always continually amazed, even in big organizations like a city or a parish, to see the kind of abuse that goes on is really sad. Yeah.
Okay,
You asked.
and now she'd like to talk about the good news. You know.
Well, the good news. So what is the good? The good news is that we're still growing as a union, and it's been tough. I swear to God, it's like, you know, you have to fight for every membership card, fight for every member. The good news is that our members, we have a leadership core of around 50 workers who have trained on some, you know, mega ideas around the economy and around the 99%. And around, you know, who broke the economy, and it's Wall Street, and we really did a bunch of training on that with folks. We have leaders now who, when we lost our big fight in Jefferson Parish, said, okay, well, we got 4 years to win. We have to now start organizing. We have a community organizing project that we have started in Baton Rouge. We're signing up workers are organizing their friends and family to be associate members, so we could begin to mobilize that into political organizing. And then we're exploring new ideas. Like, for example, politically in New Orleans, there's no one who runs a great phone bank. No one who really does that on a consistent basis. And so, you know, some of our members we have these free internet phones, you know, you can buy the phone as free calls or flat rate calls. And so we've talked about testing out some aggressive political campaigns for the fall elections in Baton Rouge to begin to mobilize those workers. They're civil service, but we right now are having their wives and husbands and grown children in their household are all joining and paying political action dues. So we're kind of, you know, slowly but surely building the apparatus to win. But I still think that at the end of the day, it can't be us alone. You know, SEIU maybe in California with 660,000 members, or in New York with 350,000, maybe they can be under the delusion. There's still a delusion that they can do it alone, but we're under no such delusion here. And so that's why we're so invested in our partners' success.
Can you predict what Jindal's going to do in the next 3 years?
Next 3 years? Well, at the legislature right now, they're going after pensions. Luckily, even the conservative legislative auditors and stuff are saying, most people don't know, but state workers and some school employee workers, they don't get Social Security. So when you don't get a pension, you just become a ward of the state, and that was what the legislative auditor's office gave our report. So we're hoping that Jindal has run up against the wall a little bit on the pension. There'll still be a lot of bad pension changes, a lot of bad ones, but we're hoping that people won't become wards of the state. We are fighting off some bans on dues deduction. It's actually any payroll deduction that would go into politics, but it's written so broadly. Originally I thought it was just for Coke, committee on political education, PACDUs, but which is a separate account in unions. But it's actually it's so vaguely worded that it could even be for regular union dues. So to the credit, you know, I actually, my hat's off to the cops and firemen and teachers from around the state who really, because they're likable to even the most conservative state legislators, do protect us a lot. And Louisiana is still, oddly enough, one of the best legal climates for unions in the South. It's the second best state in the South because the right for workers, both public and private, to organize is still in the state constitution, and it would take 2/3 of each house to change that. And luckily, we were worried that that's where it was going this last election. And when everyone said it looked like the conservatives had peaked, we were like, okay, thank God. You know? So.
What happened on the retirement? It seems to me like that would have been a good place to build a large coalition.
Yes, so the State Federation of Labor, of which we participated, raised money to hire a consultant, and I thought to run a ground game, and that consultant's doing really well on the lots of conference calls.
Yeah, running a good game.
Yeah.